so much for still tuning in right here on the C Morning Show. It is the Saturday edition, and we have some world news to uncover. We begin with the first one, which we already actually covered yesterday, but now in full throttle. Well, Elon Musk has confirmed that the new CEO for Twitter, or X Corp, as it's now called, will be NBC Universal's Linda Yaccarino.
She is an executive with deep ties to the advertising industry.
You're like advertising her, by the way.
Yeah. Musk wrote in a Friday tweet, "I am excited to welcome Linda Yaccarino as the new CEO of Twitter." He added that Yaccarino, quote unquote, will focus primarily on business operation while I focus on product design and new technology.
Her company bio states that Yaccarino has worked at NBC Universal for nearly 12 years, with her team generating more than $100 billion in ad sales since 2011. According to Musk's Twitter, the next step after this announcement is Q&A on Twitter's live audio show, Spaces.
So what do you think, P?
Well, let's find out first. Who is Linda Yaccarino? She was raised in an Italian-American family with a father who was a police officer, a mother who did not finish college, was a homemaker, but she herself graduated from Penn State. She worked initially at Turner Entertainment for 15 years before joining NBC Universal, where she oversaw a staff of approximately 2,000 people and successfully helped with the launch of its streaming service. So we know that she's quite relevant. Her job has relevancy at Twitter, or X Corp. Her work has been marked with close collaborations with big brands. Makes sense there. Finding opportunities for product placement and convincing them to advertise alongside television shows, even ones that have a reputation for somewhat edgy content. Well, it was back then. Sex and the City, when it was first launched, would be one of them. She's built relationships in new media with the likes of Apple News, Snapchat, and YouTube. But the interesting thing for me is that she has quite a strong negotiating style. Her negotiating style within the industry has actually earned her the nickname. She is called the Velvet Hammer. This was according to the Wall Street Journal in 2012. Velvet Hammer, so I can imagine she's tough,
but then
soft.
Right.
It's got this elegant touch to it. So using this style, perhaps she will be successful in facing the challenges of running a business that has so far struggled to be profitable. Elon Musk has been very transparent about that. Also, the increasing scrutiny that Twitter, or X Corp, is currently facing because of things that Elon Musk has said in recent times since he acquired the company.
And you were also mentioning yesterday that Twitter, I mean, there's a lot of advertisers hadn't been in Twitter, right? So now with Linda joining, the group itself and becoming the CEO of X Corp, do you think that you will see some changes? I mean, she's good at what she does, right?
Definitely. I think this is the right. Sometimes all it takes is to have a new face or a new person there, because perhaps the advertisers need to hear this sort of proposal or pitch from somebody who they can believe in. Perhaps they've lost their faith a little bit in Elon Musk, but perhaps not the company. I'm sure he doesn't care as long as they have their advertising dollars in there. So again, he did discuss the plans for X Corp, and I think this fits right in, don't you think?
Yeah, and you know what? He said that he wanted to change and shift, Twitter to X Corp, now similar to WeChat, the Chinese messaging app that has evolved into a hub for payment service, food delivery, and many more. Hence, the name is X Corp.
So it's going to be like an entire ecosystem kind of thing, right?
And I just felt like, one thing that, I kind of researched, the thing is like why Elon Musk also chose her, because they see eye to eye politically. So, I mean, of course, if you were going to be, kind of be the heads of a company, you need to be in the same level of eye. Right. Especially in political, right?
Yeah.
And politics and whatnot.
And in regards to its expansion, I don't know how much it will work. For example, he plans to add payments, digital payments, encrypted messaging, phone calls. This is something that we've seen develop in other apps. For example, we all have Instagram. Do you know there's a video call thing in there? Do you ever use it?
Rarely.
There you go. So again, we don't know how much of this will work, how much will not, but it's definitely a step in the right direction.
All right. So do you still use Twitter, by the way?
I don't tweet as much.
You don't
I still read tweets.
Oh, okay.
I always believe think before you type.
Right.
Then I tend to overthink.
And
then you forget.
Yeah.
And you underthink.
I mean, there's a lot of people that does that, right? Twitter would be one of the source where they look for news and research and whatnot, but not heavily like Twitter.
But I get what you mean. Like sometimes we're trying to, I don't want to word this wrong. I don't want to send the perfect tweet. And then you just do something else and you forget. By the way, a 2005 profile, back to Linda for a second. In 2005, there was a profile in an industry publication that portrayed her at the time as a busy married mother of 2 children. At the time, her children were aged 13 and 9. She said, quote, "I have absolutely no hobbies." Well, that's certainly changed.
I love that. I love like a shift of life right
Yeah,
there.
indeed.